Hey everybody, I'm just Q, and I'm back with some more Eternal Evolution. Now, I'm calling this a tip video because I can't necessarily be quick with it. When talking about Rubellite and how to acquire it for the late game, I just want to make sure everyone understands me. So we're going to talk about why you need to acquire it first, and then we're going to talk about how to acquire it at a more consistent rate. So you need to acquire it, obviously, because in late game, you're going to want to be able to level your heroes from the higher levels. So say like 179 takes you about 50,000 Rubellite. It's a pretty big chunk. So you spend 50,000, then you need close to another 50,000, let's say 48k to be precise, to level another 179 and another and another. So you could do the math on that. You're just doing 5 at a time. Everybody else is in your inherit tag, safe to say. So then, of course, when you go over one more row, because I actually just leveled my Serena, you're going to need 100k to level up anyone that's going from 199. So you're going to need a pretty big chunk of Rubellite, and I don't know what the number is for level 219. So that'll be one more level because you level up about 20 times, and then you go to the next kind of roadblock. And then once you get to 240, you're capped out. And then once you get 5 to level 240, that's when you can go over here, and I'll show you. You can use your gene mutation crystal. And of course, there'll be a video later once I have reached this milestone. Once you get to the gene mutation level, which is 240, you're gonna need gene mutation either level 1 or level 2, depending on the hero. Level 1 is for regular elite heroes, and level 2 is for natural triple S heroes. So, or just triple S heroes. There is a difference. I will have a separate video on gene mutation crystal because I'm just wondering things, just putting conversations out there. So look forward for that. Now, the best way to start making sure you're pushing your Rubellite is pushing your story. So as you can see here, you have an hourly rate. This is based off of your story, based off your progression. So once it says complete stage 38-1, for additional patrol rewards, that's different. Like in terms of how far you're in the story, this goes by chapter. So say if I was to beat just one more level within 37, this wouldn't necessarily go up. I've been checking it ever since I've been researching this and researching things about Rubellite, and of course XP. This helps for your XP later on as well. It goes up by chapter. So push your story as far as you can, and to make sure you understand that, as you can see, my team is only at 1.6 million power, but I've beaten everyone between my power and up to 3.6 million power. And how I've done that is by going in here, just trying out different teams. I've gone in here and tried to put things on manual. So I still have an artist. I still need a Leo or Crete, someone that can take more punishment, because my Serena is healing him to the best of her abilities. He's gonna fall off. Like, that's just how it is. So see, I have my Daniel on manual here, and I'm placing my stun to help mitigate some damage. So there we go. And I just killed like 3 or 4 people just from them being stunned, everybody attacking them. AoE damage, of course, as well. So see, he can't reach, so just let him step up, and I can place it again. But use your manual feature, swap out different combinations. Maybe you need to use your dot characters, but play the game. Literally just play the game, because you can't beat everything on auto. So if you push with manual, you'll have a lot more resources for your idle. This is an idle RPG, so please use the idle feature to your advantage. The second part is going to be your elite campaign. This is where I messed up. This is my big mistake. I did not push this early enough. So now I've been pushing it, and my team's powerful enough to keep going. I think I can still keep going through this level now. So I will probably end up trying that later on. So as you go through, you'll get these big chunks of Rubellite here. I can't check these other ones. I wish you could, just for sake. So just for sake of saying, let's say these are about all 200. That's not bad. It's probably around about 1800, but I think these might be more. The main stages, of course, you get shards from different characters, but yeah. So the further you go, the more you can almost forgot my words there. The more you can sweep for. So say your max over here gives you about 400 per sweep. You come in here, you sweep. That's about 1200 Rubellite just for sweeping. You stay up on your tickets, never let them hit your max. So your timer is always going throughout the day. Come back, sweep some more. Just keep going backwards. So the higher you go, the higher you can start, and then it does kind of go lower. But I mean, you're still getting a big chunk of Rubellite every single day by doing that sweeping function, starting from your highest amount you can sweep and then going down. So this is definitely one of the best ways right here. And then the last way is going into your base here, and for your outpost, making sure you manually go in here and you reset. So say for mines, it's 50 diamonds. It's not that bad. And I reset. So you reset, you know, you get different levels, put your heroes in there, and you get a pretty good chunk of Rubellite here. The tip that I want to give you guys, because I haven't seen this before, is when you go in here to dispatch, don't think that you have to have legend heroes. And then also, if the higher you start, so say this is a legend mission, if this was a mythic mission, it actually starts on about 80 Rubellite. And then you get your bonus, but you can only put 2 mythic heroes in there. So you can only get a certain amount of bonus. That's number one. Now, when you're talking about the legend starts on 140. I don't have any legends, so I'm not going to get the biggest amount of bonus here for this mission, but it starts at 140. So no matter what I put in here, so say like I put this epic hero in here, I want to say. It's epic. I'm forgetting my rarities here. Please correct me if that's not epic. But I put this yellow hero in here and I get bonus 10%. But I put a mythic hero in here and I get 15%. So you see what I mean? Like, you're still going to get more than what this is. Just the bonus would be bigger if you had a legend character. So if you want to, if you have enough diamonds, I recommend getting the highest possible rarity you can get, even though you might not have legend characters. So I'm going to put these 3 in here. There we go. And that's another 203 Rubellite that's going to be coming to me. And I mean, you guys can do the math here. So I'm just going to go ahead and collect all minus the 203. But there we go. That's almost about 2,000. I probably would have had 21 and some change, 2,100. So that's pretty cool. So there we go. So I go back to my bag and, you know, 45. So I got about, I think, 3,000 more before I can level somebody else up. But those are the 3 ways. Just make sure you're pushing your story. You push your elite campaign. You manually do your outpost every single day. And then just be frugal with your diamonds so that way you can afford to do that. So sometimes I buy some extra Rubellite from Wasteland shop. Sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes I buy it from the shop and sometimes I don't. Like, I'm just frugal with it. I buy it every now and then, but I'm mainly pushing my story, my elite campaign, and making sure I manually do my outpost. So I hope you guys really like this tip. I hope you guys really like this video. And thank you all for all of the support. This has been really, really great for me. I started from, I want to say, somewhere around about, I don't know, like 5 or 10 subscribers, and I'm already up to 63. It's a very chill environment here. And I really, really appreciate all the love. But yeah, just make sure you're doing that. Make sure, if you haven't seen my manual fighting video, go check that out. I'll make sure I try to put that at the end here. Go check that out if you haven't been manually fighting. It is something that will definitely open up your game, help you with your farming, help you with a lot of your gameplay. But thank you guys for coming. And when you're here, you know I want you to stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.